This is not Tito Puente. This is not Tito Rodriguez. This is Tito Rojas. Quiero llenar tu vida. Puerto Rico. I'm telling you, that little island producing some motherfucker artists. Oh my god. Tito Rojas. I'm gonna go out and dance salsa. Okay. Today we're gonna talk about coming out, coming out. Ah, quiero llenar tu vida de fantasía. Okay. Mars in Aquarius. We're not talking about the women. I got an extra. I couldn't help. I broke down. I broke down. I had to get a little scotch. Mira, amor y fantasía. Quiero llenar tu vida. I'm always having a good time. And that is there. That's the mood that we want when we talk about Mars in Aquarius when it pertains to the human female. She's beautiful. She's sensual. She's electric. But it's all hidden under wraps. You know, she's one of those wraps. No, some people that when you get a gift, you tear it up. No, when you get the Aquarian woman, it's a gift that you have to go like this. Undo the ribbon with the other finger, with the pinky out. Open it up and just go. Remember, the opposite is Leo. So there's a lot of Leo energy in the Aquarian woman, but it's so hidden. It's so under wraps. Mars in Aquarius as it pertains to the human female. Let's jump right in and discuss this morsel of a woman. Okay. The woman. Oh, yeah, got it. I got it. Oh, these are blanks. Where are my other cards? Oh, there we go. Okay. The Aquarian woman. Quiero llenar tu vida. Oh my God, that came out I think in the late 90s or early 90s. You know, Tito Rojas was a hit in the 80s and in the 90s and further out into almost 2000. Okay, the Aquarian woman or the Mars in Aquarius woman. Oh, what makes her tick when it comes to men? She is impressed by men that are eccentric, different, goofy, quirky, kind of like me. I think an Aquarian woman, not to put myself out there in the pedestal, but I don't fit the convention of men. I don't fit. I'm different, And the Aquarian woman is attracted to men who are kind of like androgynous. I won't be surprised if there are many Aquarian women or Martian Aquarian women that dabble with men who may be bisexual or gay. Or she may like men who are just very, very free and liberated sexually. She likes to be in bed with men that can be having another woman in the bed, like a threesome. Either two men, a bisexual man and a straight man and her, or a lesbian, her, and a straight man. Combinations like that. You know what you see in porno movies, on porno videos. She's very unconventional when it comes to sex. He has to be somewhat unconventional, kooky in the way he wears his clothes or in his overall style. She wants a man who's interesting, that will stimulate not just her libido between her legs, but also her mind. Now, she likes men who are handsome, attractive men, and they can certainly be handsome and attractive. it helps. It's not that she's gonna go for pretty boys or very handsome men that reflect a soda pop is a pretty boy, a pretty man. Remember the gelatin I had with the cheesecake with a nice, beautiful glass? That could be an image of a pretty boy. But a handsome man who's much older and more refined is like a $500 bottle of wine of Merlot. The older the man is, the more handsome he gets, the more sexier. That's why older men always do well with younger women, even women that could be their daughters. Because men, they say that we get better looking as we get older and more classy and more refined, like an aged bottle of wine. Well, those are the types of men that she will go for, but they have to look the part like the old aged wine, but freaky and kinky as shit behind closed doors. She wants the soda pop guy in the bedroom, and externally the refined guy with the suit and the one ring, one chain. You know what I'm talking about. But then she can throw all that away and go for the man who is just she'll fuck the bellboy, the bellhop boy, the pizza guy. No, she may be a woman that's let's say Caucasian. She might go for a man who's a Latin man who's fiery and hot, and just different from her culture, from her race. She's intrigued by novelty and variety in the men that she hunts. Oh, unlike the Mars and Aquarius man, the Mars and Aquarius woman is a huntress. A huntress. Mars in Aquarius. The man gotta have a brain. He gotta have a brain. But here's the thing. And here we go with the paradoxical, quixotic complexity of the ego and personality as we go higher and higher up in the signs. She likes a man who has a brain, but she don't like the brainy types. Can you make sense of that? Here we see the quixotic nature, the planet Uranus sitting on its and sideways instead of on its equatorial axis. It sits on its sideways. Okay, here we see the quirky, eccentric tastes and requirements of the Mars in Aquarius woman. Yeah. Oh, here goes that rhythm. There I go. I can't help it. So while you say he's like, oh, another hit. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Let me keep serious. Oh, one more. One more. Oh, I'm on. Ooh, I tell you, listen, it's Leo and Aquarius. It's the same polarity. These women are exciting. It's exciting. But understand that to tap into that wellspring of beauty and excitement with the Mars in Aquarius woman, you have to be a man who's not boring, a man who's willing to take risks. I mean, everything goes. Anything and everything goes. Okay, when it comes to this woman. Okay? She won't be attracted to any man who is not flexible and easygoing, relaxed. She likes men who are perceptive, though, and a little unconventional and perhaps maybe somewhat aloof. Like, not so there. That attracts her. Boring men, rigid men. The only rigidity she wants to see in a man is on his dick. Other than that, she don't want to deal with no rigid motherfucker, no boring motherfucker. It's simply and it's not gonna do. It ain't gonna jam. I gotta take a drink on that one. Hey. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. The Aquarian woman is dreamy, antithetical even, analytical. Yeah, she's friendly. She can be. She can have her moods though. Like the Cancer woman. She could have her moods. You'll be surprised. The Aquarian woman, yeah, yeah. She can be moody. She can be moody. You know, worse than the Miss Cancer. Mm-hmm. She sure can. But but she's an enchantress. She'll either scare you, intimidate you, or enrapture you, or enchant you. She's different people in different situations. She, either at work or at play, there is a calm intensity about her that can endear you or overwhelm you. But it never fails to make an impression on the person who's experiencing her. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're in the zoo. Have you been to the zoo? And have you seen the lion? The lion will look at you directly. And I'm not talking about the female lion because that's worse enough. But let's go with the male lion. If you look at a male lion directly in his face and his eyes, and he's in a cage, doesn't it intimidate you? Come on. The cage is made of steel. Now the lion can go in and grab you. You know, he can reach out. You know, like you know. But you're a couple of meters away. You look at the lion, and he looks at you, and the mane goes up. Bitch, nigga, you scared. I be scared. That intensity, like Scorpio, the eyes, the stares. She can give that effect upon meeting. You're gonna know right away whether you like this woman or you don't. And she's gonna determine also whether she likes you or not. And it's all in that electromagnetic wave of first contact. You either love her or want nothing to do with her. But either way, as you walk away, you look back, you go, you can't help but look back like, And she could have some very sexy legs. Remember, the opposite of Aquarius is the lovely queen of space. The earth queen is Capricorn. But the solar queen of the cosmos is Leo. The Leo woman. The sun. The queen of our solar system. While Earth is the center of activity of the queen of Earth, which is attributed to Capricorn. So we got two queens. We have an Earth queen and we have a solar queen. The solar queen is Leo, but so is Aquarius, being its opposite polarity. Okay? Just like Cancer, the feminine mystique is the queen in the opposite polarity of Capricorn. Recognize these are very, very special and delightful women. God blesses a man that lands these women. But more blessed if they learn how to keep these women interested. Because you can grab an Aquarius woman or a Mars and Aquarius woman. But the trick is, can you keep her? La quiero, señora. La quiero. Tito Rojas. Oh, I'm telling you, that island in Puerto Rico, that island. Oh, I didn't even go there. Puerto Rico is a Scorpio country. It was founded by the Spanish on November 19th. And 15, I think, or 9 or 1510 by Ponce de Leon, who discovered the island. A real delight of a culture and of the beauty of an island and of its people. Well, the Aquarian woman can resemble an image, a vision that's unattainable, almost like a glass menagerie. Oh God, she's all that and a whole lot more. Mars in Aquarius. Now, look, I gotta re up. Oh God, this beat won't quit. I gotta re up. Solo para ti. Ahora contigo, mi mundo es tu mundo. Tito is a shit though. I had the privilege. I've met him in person. You know, he was a good friend of my brother, my older brother, Tito Rojas, back in the 90s. Ooh, Lord, what a rush that decade was. But not like the 80s. That was like cocaine gone loco in the 80s. Ooh, ooh. Okay, let's go back to this lovely morsel of a woman. Understand also that the Aquarian woman is she's complicated. She has multiple needs, like the Capricorn woman. The Capricorn woman has basic needs, but few men can meet those basic needs. The Aquarian woman has high complexity, and she's changeable. Worse than Cancer, with all the four major phases and the 28 tinctures of the moon phases. But if you get to know her, or the way to get to know her is by really, really infiltrating her mind, getting to know her. You have to treat her as a study. But let me tell you, the Aquarian woman will fascinate you. She will fascinate you. And you won't know why. But you will not, you will revel in her company. She will make you a better man. Mars in Aquarius as it pertains to the human female. Ahora contigo. It's 10, it's 12 o'clock. I should be going to a party, right? This is the Leo. This is the Venus and Jupiter in Leo in my chart. There's always a party in my mind 24/7. I've been blessed with such a position of Leo and of Venus. I think it's one of the most blessed positions, and I'm very blessed for that. Um, Going again with the Aquarian Mars woman, um, her needs. The Aquarius woman often fails to ask for what she wants or needs because she's just assumed she won't get it. She's a little bit of a pessimistic, but like the Leo woman, these women, because remember we're sitting at the same polarity of Aquarius and Leo. These women are not going to articulate what they want, what they need from you. You have to guess, and you won't be able to do that if you don't take the time to get to know these women on an interpersonal level. Okay, so these women, and let me tell you, in the sexual department, that's another bag of surprises, which includes no gag balls, dildos, whips, cuffs, and whipped cream. She's as unconventional about sex as she is in every other area in her life. The more quirky, the more unconventional, the more weird, or the more perverted, the more she likes it. Like Mars in Capricorn, the sexual perversity and kinkiness. It begins in Capricorn and it midpoints in Aquarius, and then it culminates in Pisces. The eternal harlot and the whore. Excuse me, because there's a lot of women don't like me using that word whore or harlot. They're not my words, but I'm not gonna use it because it's offend. If it offends one woman, then I'm going to strike these words out of my vocabulary. But let me say that the Pisces woman, like the Aquarian woman, is the woman of insatiable sexual appetites. I hope this term is better than the whore or the harlot, even though traditionally these are the terms used. And it could be used derogatorily, or it can be used as a virtue. Because there's no better sexual healer in the 12 signs of the zodiac than Pisces. So if Pisces is a whore, give him to me. Give him to me. Give him to me. I'll sleep with him. Give him to me. Because they promote healing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mars in Aquarius. The sexual midpoint reaches its peak when we reach Mars in Pisces. Wait until we go into Mars in Pisces. If you think Mars in Aquarius is something. Tengo alegría de vivir. I'm having too much fun. Too much fun. I'm blessed with a job that allows me to have so much fun. So understand that this woman is a woman that, if you land a Mountain Aquarian woman, you're set. Okay? Marriage is security to this woman, and she has idealistic views of marriage and also of being a bachelorette. She may prefer a weird man who is a little arrogant and talkative. May date really unconventional men. May prefer a man who is emotionally distant and stimulates her intellect. May be really sexually liberated and have really progressive ideas about sex. May be totally sexually clueless. If he's a virgin, she'll rape him. Oh my goodness. This woman, again, the ego and personality reaches its highest complexity as we reach Capricorn at Libra, beginning with the cardinal sign of Libra, going all the way to Pisces. The ego and the personality begins to shed, and it reaches a height of complexity that even psychologists and psychotherapists and conventional schools of social work and the helping professions cannot fully understand. But if you talk to an astrologer, we got the key. We understand what it is. Mars in Aquarius. Understand. Understand that this woman has a world on its own. Now, let's move into the dark side of this muscle of a woman. Because when she fights by talking. She ain't gonna put this. Leave that to Aries or Scorpio. But with the Aquarian woman, she'll fight like Miss Libra. They fight with words. Ooh. They fight by talking. They don't necessarily try to talk themselves out of a confrontation. For them, their words are the confrontation. They can be incredibly verbally violent. Oh my God. Like Gemini, who can kill you with their words. Or Virgo. Oh, I need another shot. Contigo. Okay? So understand that they can be very, very loving, warm, giving, but they'll flip it on you. Remember, the ruler is Uranus, the planet that sits on it sideways. So you never know where these women are coming from. Okay? And we're done with part 2.